Slip into the shadows where horror lurks behind every corner. This is 80 Days of 80's Horror. Ready your nerves and let the darkness embrace you.
Tonight on 80 Days of 80's Horror, I revisit one of my childhood favorites, Teen Wolf, from 1985. So, join me on this episode of Blood Brews. Now, I've always seen this as a comedy horror film, but when I looked this movie up, all it says is that it's a comedy/sports drama film. So, what do you guys think? Is it a horror movie? Teen Wolf is a cult classic, blending coming-of-age drama with romantic fantasy and comedy, directed by Rod Daniel. The movie features Michael J. Fox in the lead role as a high schooler who finds his mundane life turned upside down after learning he's descended from werewolves. I think one of my favorite scenes from this film is when Scott finally transforms and then realizes his dad is also a werewolf and that he's been keeping it from him this entire time. Starring Michael J. Fox, Susan Ursity, Jerry Levine, James Hampton, Laurie Griffin, and Mark Arnold. Alright, so one of my favorite supporting characters in this film has gotta be Styles. I mean, yes, he is making money off of his best friend, but he's also helping him transition during a really tough time in his life. I mean, he's making hats and shirts, and he's even got a big truck with a mural painted on the side of a big Teen Wolf. So, I don't know. I think he's a pretty cool addition to this film for sure. So, one of the things that frustrated me about this film is Scott keeps chasing Pamela around when he has Boof, who's attractive, smart, and doesn't have a boyfriend, that's showing interest the entire film. But yet he still tries to get with this one girl that's obviously just trying to win a popularity contest. On the gore scale, we're gonna have to rate this dry. There is no blood, guts, or gore in this film, so it doesn't really need it. It is a PG movie. And we are not gonna talk about the person that supposedly flashes their junk in the ending scene of the movie, right before the credits. I'm gonna have to give this film a 7 out of 10. It's got that 80s charm and camp, and also lovable characters that you give a shit about. And also, it's got werewolves in it, guys. Come on now. One of the negative things about this film is it does have language in it that definitely shows the time period and how far we've come as a society. Another negative is some scenes where Scott is on the basketball court in full werewolf form. You can tell it's a stunt double or a different actor doing a lot of the shots. I mean, the faces and the body, it's just way different. But I feel like it adds to the funniness and campiness of the film, and it just kind of makes me laugh a little bit. Smash or pass, you ask? I would definitely smash. The film is a comedic gem with a delightfully absurd narrative, yet doesn't shy away from weaving in moments of genuine drama. Their performances are the real deal breaker here, with Michael J. Fox delivering an exceptional act that showcases his remarkable talent, evident even in the early stages of his career. Fun fact: Michael J. Fox disliked this film so much he refused to return for the sequel. In an interview at the time, while Back to the Future was in production, he lamented, "Steven Spielberg's down the street making great movies, and I'm playing a werewolf." Thank you for watching this episode of Blood and Brews Back to the 80s. If you have any recommendations for me, don't forget to drop them down in the comments below. And as always, Have a very good night. We'll see you next time.